This is New York, and I lived here my whole life, but it's finally time I say goodbye and start over again. Dizzy.
Oh, just another day in the life of a car salesman.
It's been a year on April 25th since I left car sales to basically work for a startup, but really pursue entrepreneurship. And to cut my expenses, I moved out of my studio to an apartment with an old coworker, but after a few months, it kinda didn't work out, so I moved back home and here I am. But that ended up being the best decision because during these 9 months, I got a chance to reconnect with my family, make some money online, and develop new friendships. But the thing is, I didn't do enough, and this has pretty much been a theme these past few years. Every year I'm disappointed, and every birthday I contemplate life, remembering I'm nowhere closer to my goal. But this year it's been different because I see myself on the first mile of a marathon, and that's a lot more than I've done in the past. So I'm moving to Texas. But why? By nature, I'm not social. Making friends is tough. It's hard. Like, bro, I don't even go outside. And the only way I meet people is, I don't meet people. I don't go out of my way to meet people, and that's why my circle's only been tiny. But surprisingly, over these past few months, I got a chance to talk to a bunch of different people from a bunch of different parts of the world that are like-minded, and the only reason is because this channel. And one of the people I ended up talking to is my future roommate. And the thing is, I saw something in this dude. I wanted to pursue something long-term, a friendship, a business partnership. And he told me his story, and after finding out what he did, what he's done, I don't even know why he'd want to be my roommate, because I didn't do 10% of what he's done. He truly doesn't need anyone to succeed, and if you're watching this, thanks, man. He's built multiple businesses. He's profited a lot, all while him being in the background. He's met successful entrepreneurs before their rise, and he said I'm on the right path. Now, even though I don't know him a lot, it meant a lot to me. By the time I met him, he was on his way to leaving his old apartment, and so the talk of moving in together came in, and to my surprise, he was down a room together. But what if we don't get along? What if one of us backed out? And more importantly, what if this ended up being the best decision? Everything up to this point is built up on trust, but it's a risk I'm willing to take. For the past few months, I've been stuck in a basement as my work set up, and I mean, it was nice. I had my space, but I didn't do as much as I wanted. I eventually moved out to my bedroom, and productivity went up too. Then I got stagnant. I got a laptop. I started to move around, but it wasn't enough. I realized what I need to do is change my environment. I'm lucky to be in the position where I am. I'm literally able to pack my bags. I'm able to move because I don't have a girlfriend. I don't have kids. I'm still young. I need my
great reset.
One thing about me is that I work differently, and although I do have big goals, I'm often missing the constant fuel to drive myself. And this doesn't really make sense because I should be my own motivator, but there's something extra that I need. During my first year in car sales, my minimal quota, my personal quota, was to make at least a band so I could survive. And this was a small goal because I didn't really need much. My rent was $100 and my food was cheap back then when eggs were $5.49 at Walmart for 3 dozen. Then I eventually got a studio, and suddenly I was responsible for a lot more money. And that, coupled with the fact that I ended up switching dealerships, had an effect on me. I suddenly had the urge. I had the drive to get better, and that year I did a 180. I went from being the worst salesman to the best. I made the most money that I've ever made in my life. And I know this is something I have to fix in the future, but for now, this stress, this fuel is something I rely on. And I know I'm only able to do this and move because I'm lucky to be born here. I was born lucky. And I believe there's a lot of things this country could improve on, but one thing's for sure. It gave my parents opportunities for a better life, and it's given me opportunities too.